And then you get to college and nobody gives a shit anymore. Hell, my job doesn't even have a shit anymore. Because you're not like, we're not supposed to, at my job, supposed to wear stuff that has like raggedy edges on it. I've got a pair of jeans that I had to cut off a while back because they were too long. I wear them all the time. Nobody says anything to me. I don't give a fuck. You may be able to hear my fan in the mic. I apologize, but it's kind of warm in here right now. Alright, well, we're back to the start. Oops. Penguin nuns. Who remembers Mario Teaches Typing? If anybody here is old enough to have done that in elementary school. That's how I learned to type. On some old ass fucking computers. It's Mario Teaches Typing. I got damn good at it too. Just because it was Mario. And I knew who Mario was. Some people didn't, some of the kids didn't know who Mario was, which I was very confused by that. Okay. Ronnie James Theo. Now I've got South Park in my head. Let's loop around. Oh, nice. There's 3 doors in that hall. And it's a gamble of which one's going to be the open one. That was kind of nice. I liked it. Oops, nope. Damn. It's a pretty good first 50 rooms. Yeah, I got some good music out of him. Alright, let's see what kind of mess they have in store for me. And apparently, you know, I've already got one concert planned out for 2018 already. Apparently, in September of 2018, Nightwish, with their new singer, is doing a Decades tour where they're playing a bunch of their old stuff. And I might have to go look at that. Because I like the person they have now as their singer. I didn't like the one before her. I forgot what her name was, but Flora Jansen, the one they've got now, I've actually very much enjoyed listening to her sing. So I might have to look into that at some point. I mean, I miss the original lead singer, but shit. I didn't like the one that had the little cutesy voice. But the one they've got now used to sing for a group called After Forever that I used to listen to, and I like her pretty well, so I'm good with her. Now, the old lead singer's got her own thing going on as a solo artist. She's actually touring with, oh hell, who is it? Yeah, her name is Tarja. That's the original lead singer that everybody knows who she is. I think she's, is it Within Temptation she's with right now? It might be. There's a very good chance it is Maury. Um, but they did, after Forever was around for a while, they did some good stuff, and I liked listening to her. And then the last singer that Nightwish had before her, I was not a fan of her very much. She only did one song that I thought fit her very well, which was I Want My Tears Back. That was the only song she ever did I thought was worth anything. And then she wound up having problems of some sort or another. And then they brought in Jansen, and she's still around for them. And I think that's a really good fit. So. I couldn't believe they used I Wish I Had an Angel for fucking goddamn Alone in the Dark, the movie. Like, why did you take that good song and ruin it with that piece of shit? Just, what the fuck? Because if you go look up the song Wish I Had an Angel by Nightwish, the fucking music video is scenes from Alone in the Dark, the movie. With fucking Tara Reid as a goddamn scientist. Hey, Sage, what's up? Yeah, I know who Symphony. I'm not as huge a fan of Symphony X, as a matter of fact. I know who they are, and I've listened to them. And, well, like, if I'm listening to, like, a random station on Spotify or something, I won't necessarily bypass them, but I don't actively go seek them out either. It just kind of depends. Another group, and I didn't know about them until a friend and I went to a concert. I forgot who the main headliner was. It wasn't anybody I was particularly fond of, but Delane was opening. That's who I wanted to go see. And another group was opening, and their name was Xantria, which they're German, and my friend is actually German, so she, like, fangirled out on me, and I didn't know what the hell was going on, which was interesting, because I'd never seen her do that before. It was funny. What was even better is, after the first two opening acts, you know, there's the big break while they get the set ready for the big group, and Delane and Xandria came out to talk to fans or whatever. And I'm over there talking to the lead singer for Delane and her group, and my friend went over to talk to the lead singer for Xandria, and they started talking to each other in German and confused the fuck out of everybody. It was hilarious. Okay, so 2 rights. Yeah, she's a military brat. Her dad was military. But her last name is very fucking German. But it was funny. Because, like, the lead singer for Xandria was talking to somebody, and it was clearly not a comfortable conversation, so my friend walked up to her and started talking to her German, and she just turned around and ignored the creepy person. I listen to a lot, but I have the ones I go to, and Delane and Camelot are my top 2. They always probably will be at this point. Epica dropped a few, just I haven't really been a fan of theirs for a while. They changed their style up a bit more than what I would have liked. Lacuna Coil, always be up there for me. Old Nightwish, for sure. I listen to a couple other groups. There's one group I listen to. They haven't they do like progressive metal with techno. They're called Amaranth, and they're unique. I like listening to them. I've actually Bought tickets to 2 different concerts for theirs and then wound up not going because every time it was on a date where something else was going on. And I was just like, I can't do it. Felt bad for not seeing them, but whatever. I never got into Dream Theater. But, like, there's a group that I started listening to, after hanging out with Enigma called, Theater of Tragedy, and they had disbanded by that point, but the lead singer went with a group called, oh, god damn it. I can't remember their name at the moment. Leaves Eyes. I listened to them. They're pretty good. And then I listened to a group, they don't sing, they play string instrument, electronic string instruments called Eclipse with a K. They're really good. They actually worked with Camelot with Silverthorn. So if you listen to Silverthorn, that album, and you hear a lot of the strings going on, that's Eclipse. Fuck you. Definitely worth listening to on their own. They do some good stuff. Of course he's still chasing me. Why wouldn't he be? Please don't be a table. Please don't be a table. Please don't be a table. Good. Well, it's like, technically, Camelot's been around over goddamn. It's been over a decade, but when they first formed, they weren't nearly as big. Their first singer, I think his name was Mike Vanderbilt. Not good. I've heard his work. He's not a bad singer, but it doesn't fit. Okay. Right, left. Okay. God damn it. Fuck you! This is a bad ding-ding room. I think Over the Hills and Far Away was probably the first song from Nightwish that I ever heard. I remember they did a rendition of Phantom of the Opera that was really good too. One of my best memories, I went to go see Epica way back in the day, right after they had really taken off. And during one of the breaks while Simone was changing or whatever, her guys came back out and they wound up doing the Imperial March from Star Wars, heavy metal style. That was the best shit ever. It was awesome. And they do it during a lot of their shows too. It's not like a one-off thing. I've seen videos where they do it at a lot of places. I'm hoping they do it again because it's just really good. It's a different song, Maury. Go look up Nightwish, Over the Hills and Far Away. It's a hell of a combination to be watching to hear that. first time I heard the song Insanity by Oingo Boingo. It was during a video somebody had pieced together with Silent Hill footage. It was so amazing. It's no longer around that you can find, but damn, it was a good video when it was around. This was like in 2004. It was the best thing. Sage, if you need the money, don't be quitting no jobs. As much as it may suck. I know that feeling. I mean, I'm all for having to try and be happy, but if you need money, don't be quitting no job. Shit. Yeah, that's never good. I think we're in Harold's room. Romanticide is a good song. I know that feeling. When I was working every fucking Saturday, Friday and Saturday, there was no social life. I know that feeling. It blows. So I can completely commiserate with that. And I'm out of ginger ale officially. I need a water is what I need. There you go. You gotta find that positive in there. I mean, these days when I'm at my job, we're technically not supposed to have our phones or anything, but nobody says anything anymore. Shit, I sit there with like Golden Girls on all the time. Or I'll have George Carlin or Jim Gaffigan or something on where I can hear it. Nobody cares anymore. Anybody does say anything, he's like, look, it's either I listen to this and do my job well, as you'll be able to see, or I don't listen to this and I go slowly insane and try and run the fuck out of here. Take your pick. And you need people, so I know you're not going to let me go. And not only do you need people, you need good people. And you're very short-handed on a lot of those. So, they don't want to fuck with me. And they won't. Hell, my supervisor is doing a side-by-side monitor with me the other day and straight up was watching Golden Girls with me. Nobody gives a fuck. That's fine. As long as you don't let it affect your job, then who the fuck cares? Now, if you start letting it affect what you're doing, then yeah, you might have a problem, and some people are not able to work with something like that, but if you can, and honestly, I work better when I have a background noise going on. It's just who I am. I've always been that way. When I study for tests and stuff, I have to have background noise. I'm just that type of person. And like, if I weren't streaming what I'm doing right now, if I were just speedrunning and practicing on my own, I'd have something else on. That's just what I do. And it's almost always something that I know what it is, like Golden Girls, 'cause I know pretty much every single fucking episode by heart. So I'm not watching it. I'm literally having it on as something else in my head, in my ear, to listen to. Now, is it always like that, or like on like Fridays and Saturdays, is it really bad with drunk people? Got a auto host from Smooth. Awesome. Yeah, like if I'm listening to Carlin, there ain't no way I can take my earbud out, because somebody hears that, I'm screwed. Jim Gaffigan, probably not as bad. Golden Girls, they probably just wonder what the hell's wrong with me. Although they can't say much, because on my desk I have the Golden Girls pop figurines, so everybody knows I like them. Good old summer vacation. God, I miss those days.
You made it this far. That's great. I shall grant you a gift for your progress. So just keep going.
Krang's room. I remember working at GameStop, and fucking summer vacation you didn't want to deal with because all the little brats would be running around parentless. Yeah, exactly, Rand. That's exactly what I'm like. I have to have something. I don't know. I like school for the most part. I'm one of those people, I actually don't mind doing schoolwork. But I have to have a break from it. So it worked for me. Now, being in high school was not really a dreamboat because I had to be up early. But college? Shit. Let me have all my classes in the evening, I'll be fine. No problem at all on that end. That's just how it worked. And all my morning classes I usually didn't attend and still passed with flying colors anyway. Oh yeah, I need to do that too. I've been getting notifications that I need to do that. Granted, I only do like one class at a time, but still, gotta do it. I ain't trying to take on no mother load of shit, plus my job. Of course, I'm still waiting to see if I get fucking hired for a promotional job. Because if I get hired, I'll have to kind of figure out my shit. Depending on what I get hired for. Because one of them will be, I have to be trained from 7:30 in the morning till 3:30 in the afternoon. Which is going to be a rip-roaring good time. The other one, I would just have to shift from where I'm at to 8 o'clock in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. So. And then if nothing works out, I'll just stay 11 to 7 and figure something else out in my life. So, yeah. So I'm kind of haven't signed up for my classes like I wanted to just because I don't know what the hell's about to happen. I'm still waiting to hear on 2 different things that I thought at least one of them would have come to a decision, but they sent an email out Friday going, we haven't forgotten about you, you're still in the running for this job, but we're just having to reevaluate everything and figure out what we want to do for all the internal versus external hires. Well, alright, fine, cool, whatever. At least I know it's still happening. But that also means I can't try and get it. I can't try and go into any other posting if I wanted to do that, because you're only allowed a maximum of 2 at a time, and my 2 have been taken. I'll say I think I'm being chased by the nurse again. Jesus. Just busting out the doors, man. I can't find the door. There it is. Shit. Thank you, Sage. Appreciate it. I mean, either one of the ones I'm going for, I'm not gonna hate. Because I already know what the majority of the job entails. Now, and each one's gonna have its own learning difficulty, but either way I'm going with it is fine. So, I mean, it wouldn't bother me one way or the other. I just need out of what I'm doing right now, is the main thing. Shit! I hate this fucking thing. Third option, porn. This is true. Though not everybody is cut out for it, in one way or another. Oh no, it can get worse, trust me. We're about to see if it does. Honestly, the room RNG has not been problematic so far. I've been actually very pleased with it. But, this is where it's really gonna start showing up. Yep. Problem. Big problem. Bad RNG. Very bad RNG. Very problematic RNG. And I got a fucking hair tickling my nose right now. Fuck you, buddy. Seriously. Fuck off. Like, what the hell? Yeah, I was about to say, he ain't there. He's moved. Should be able to make it. Probably not so much here. Come on. Fuck off! That was bullshit. Bitch was right behind me when he did that too. God almighty. He's still there. He may hit me. Yep. That's fine. That was the last room he was in for the moment. Hey, if you got nice feet, go do foot fetish stuff. Because apparently that's like big money if you've got really good feet. We're back in Harold's room. Hey, Purple, thank you. Hi, Harold. Sorry, Harold was rude. You could also just, if you're a female, just sell your underwear. Get some money on that. Apparently that's a thing, too. Then you really don't have to do porn, just sell your fucking underwear. And you can make a profit on it enough to buy new ones, plus have leftover. Ish. Alright, so do we have a table or no table? Table. I always prefer no table, but that's alright. Yeah, it's a thing. It's totally a thing. Dudes like to buy used underwear. Hey, you know, whatever. Some guys are into it. I think it's a little odd, but some people don't. I don't care how much money you're giving me. If you want me to wear my underwear for like 3 days, no. Just that ain't happening. Just no. That's just gross. And unhygienic. Oh no, like, they apparently have like very specific tastes in it. Like, for, you know, a certain amount of money, they'll ask you to wear them for like 2 days straight. Of course, don't wash them. They may have a very specific color that they want you to wear. Yeah, so, no. Well, I said you'll make enough money back on it to buy enough others, you know, to make up for what you're losing, but still, like, ugh. And who knows, maybe they're turning over a profit too. Like, they pay you a certain amount, but then they can double it with, you know, their people. I'm sure there's like a whole racket out there for it. Oh god, he's back again! Are you fucking shitting me? This is the shit I'm talking about right here. This is garbage. Because now I have to be friggin' worried. Wow. Really, game? Fuck off. Seriously, just fuck right the hell off. And I don't have the axe. Fucking hell. But yeah, this is the kind of garbage I was talking about with RNG. Having this guy show up more than a couple times is just awful. He's probably gonna hit me. Oh, he didn't. Holy shit, that's a rarity. Let's just keep that going, thank you. The faster I can get through rooms, the faster he'll disappear. I have no idea, Maury. I really don't. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Purple. Also sorry if the underwear talk isn't helping. Because I know that's kind of nauseating to think about. Could just bury them in the backyard. Eventually, I guess somebody would maybe find them. It's like, what did Granddad have in this box? Okay, there'd be two scenarios that could go on with that. They find the underwear and either figure you had some sort of thing going on where you liked wearing women's underwear, or depending on their condition, they'd figure out that you were buying used women's underwear for other things. Either way, you're dead, so it's not like it mattered, but then the family is left to wonder what old Granddaddy was up to at that point. Leave it to somebody in the will. That'd be even better. Burn them. Dude, Maury, if somebody's been wearing those things for like 4 days, do you really think burning them's gonna be a good idea? Can you imagine what might happen if you burn them? You might have like a little mini explosion happen in your home. Was it a meth lab? Nah, he just had these underwear that had been worn for 4 days. Well, that explains the smell. Just, yeesh. It's like, little Billy, these underwear were something special. They came out from this girl out in Oklahoma. She wore them while she went through a twister. You hold on to these. They'll be real useful to you one day. I don't think I'm gonna have... There's a few things I'm sure people would probably find that'd be like, what? But ultimately, I don't know if they'd be that disturbed by it. I can see that. Plus, I think we all have something there that we probably at some point will have to get rid of, or, you know, figure out a good place to put it where only very certain people that you don't mind finding it will find it. I mean, granted, right now that's under my bed, and all that, yeah, cats will find it, but what are they gonna do with it? If the cats figure out how to do something with my stuff, we're gonna have a bigger problem than them finding my stuff. You know what I mean? Huh, this one's lasting longer than it usually does. Last couple times it's ended at 4:27. Oh, Lord have mercy. The longer I'm in here, the worse I feel. It would only be bad if you never cleaned them. Finding that stuff is fine, but if you never clean it, doesn't matter which gender you are, it's gonna be terrible. As long as you clean your stuff, it'll be fine. Ugh, this is a terrible haul. It's like, yeah, we found the fleshlight. Well, was it clean? Yeah, well, who cares? Was it clean? No. Oh my god, throw it away. That's all I care about. Just make sure it's clean. And of course it's locked. Nope. There you go. Okay. So far, things have not been terrible, but we'll see how it goes. What'd you spend your $50 gift card on? Was it used underwear? Because that'd be really in keeping with the spirit of the story here. Okay, this is the LP room, safe area. Hey Bubble, what's up? It's like that Golden Girls episode where Rose brings home a puppy. And Blanche is like, yeah, he's already been through my things. And Rose goes, well, maybe we just need to get him some rubber toys. And Blanche goes, well, that does seem to be his preference. Yeah, I'm doing good, Bubble. Ugh, God, more sticky stuff. Puppy's name was Bingo. I'm sorry, I can relate a lot of things to Golden Girls episodes, and you'll probably find I do it more than I should. Yep, more sticky stuff. It's always in the worst fucking spot, too. Those dynamic puddles they were talking about from Xbox. Oh, Jesus. Now a ding-ding room. Oh, wow. That is the best one you can get. Nice. Nope. Not tonight. Ugh, and now this. It's like we were doing really well. We had a bunch of really close together doors and good rooms, and now we're at this shit. It always does that. It makes me feel so good. Oh, door, really close door, This shit. Oh well. Okay.
Here you are, alive and still here. You just keep on going, don't you? Well, the next door has been fixed up for you. So enjoy and keep moving on, you little fleshy live one.
Yay! I'm a little fleshy live one. I like it. Okay. So far, we're not doing terrible here. Not the worst. Not being chased by anything, so that's helpful. Table? No table. Perfect, let's go. Oh, it's one of the flashback. Actually, it's in a couple of the flashback episodes, but the flashback is that the heat has given out in the house, and it starts off with Sophia's in her room. Dorothy joins her because she's got an electric blanket. Then Blanche comes in. There's a joke in there about Sophia having gas, and then Rose comes in saying, yeah, she got the furnace working good again, but it's not doing heat, it's doing air, and she can't turn it off. So then she gets in bed, and They had a little argument over who's sleeping where in the bed. And then, yeah, she starts saying a prayer, and then it's clearly B. Arthur, you know. And she's, you know, Rose, thanks for the lovely prayer. Now shut up and get into bed. And Blanche tells Dorothy, good work. And Dorothy's like, that wasn't me. So Blanche starts praying. Yeah. It's in a couple of the different flashback episodes that they do at the end of the seasons. Hi, Harold. Bye, Harold. Let's say it loaded. That's an arcade room. Nope, no door there. Oh, we got Spooderpede. He's back. Rather it be him than the other guy. Hello, what's up? And is it, I believe Enigma said it was Marluxia? If I remember, I was hanging out in chat. He said that, because everybody says it's as the actual X sound, which would not be correct. And yes, I'm totally piggybacking off of other people and how they've said your name. Alright, Spooderpede. What we doing? Yeah, I was pretty sure I remembered him going into that discussion the other night. I think I was only half awake, but I remembered it. Oop, whoop. I don't know why I clicked the mouse. The mouse clicking does nothing. It's Krang's room. Don't care about Krang's room. Nice. God forbid you have a remote desktop into her computer. I'm sure that would go over really well. Okay. So we're in the Avoid Bambi area. Chicken door. Oh god. Open, please. Oh god. That was my dumb ass. I shouldn't have done that. It's fine. I don't know why they sound like chickens when you break the boards down, but it sounds like chickens, so I just call them chicken doors. Oh shit, bad area. Of course, I'm about to get hit. Or, no? Oh, he must have been in the wall. Jeez Louise. I got lucky. He was in the wall. Hey, Puff, yeah, they're killer deer. They get nasty when you get close to them. They have fangs and they bite the shit out of you. Hey, Moose, what's up? Good lord, he's still after me? I've noticed this time around on this run, the bosses have held on longer, or not the bosses, but the specimens have held on longer going through the rooms than they usually do. Not really an issue with some of them, but just something I've noted. Nope. And you can use the axe on the specimen ones, which are the cardboard cutouts. I choose not to. The only specimen I'm ever going to use that axe on is going to be Happy Mask Motherfucker, and that's only on certain areas. If I think I can get around him without having to knock him down, I will. So before, yeah. Yeah, we'll see what Bethesda's got on out there outside of Evil Within 2, which everybody now knows about. So hopefully that wasn't their central point of the presentation. Finger feels like it's gonna fall off. Okay, not the worst room to be repeating. It's not terribly long. Alright. See if the game wants to dick me over with this fucking specimen again. Okay, oh shit, that's a loop. I can't talk. That's a loop around. I don't need to be doing loop arounds. I mean, oddly enough, like, as much as I hate the Happy Mask motherfucker, he's been the least of my concerns when I do these runs. It's mainly this motherfucker here. My problems. So if he disappears into the floor, I'll let you know. So I went too far. There we go. Oh, fuck me. Forgot this is one of those areas you can go back and forth in the doors. Yeah, this is Vagina Monster. He killed me on my last run. Not during his scripted event, but during a secondary show. So this guy seems to be the run killer for whatever reason. Because they just royally screw me over with the rooms that I get him in. Alright, he just transformed. He's probably gonna hit me at least twice. Yep. Alright, so we're gonna have to play it safe. At least until I get some health back. I'll probably get hit again, but yep. Probably get hit again. Yep. Come on. I just gotta do this till I get my health back, and I can run. Because I gotta be able to afford getting hit. Alright, he just transformed. I have not. I have not been able to watch it. Sorry. I feel bad, but I mean, eventually I'll be able to. Alright, health's coming back, so if I get hit again, we'll be alright. Oh shit, I know that was a short hallway. I should have just fucking gone for it. Fuck you. As long as my health's good, I'll run, but if I'm down, I gotta take it easy. Yeah. nobody's used to that anymore. It's like everything's already available, like, readily online. Nobody's used to having to wait for things. Like, when Game of Thrones launches for its last season, we're gonna be dealing, you know, people are gonna be like, oh my god, why do we have to wait another week? No. Stop that. We're just terrible people. We're not used to it. We all have our instant gratification these days. Hey, Staple, yeah. Rip Adam West. That was a sad, sad thing to wake up to. Sounds like I'm barefoot running through here. What's really weird is last night, I didn't even know it at the time. I was watching Mystery Science Theater movie on movies on YouTube, old ones. And one of the ones I watched is called Zombie Nightmare. It fucking had Adam West in it. And I didn't even realize it until like I turned it on and it was like, oh, it has Adam West. I'm like, oh shit. Oops. There you go. I have no idea. They need to get Burt Reynolds. That's what they need to do. It's the only acceptable one. Get Burt Reynolds. Oh god, Slimer. Slimer's back. We'll be alright though. And Burt Reynolds is wacky enough to pull it off, I think. I mean, the motherfucker was in fucking, Saints Row. I mean, come on. Stop that. The hell was that noise? Oh, dude, like, the day Betty White goes, like, if I'm at work, I'm probably gonna have to go home. Like, no joke. Like, all the other Golden Girls, like, I was sad the day they all died. Like, each one, whenever I found out that, like, I was out of it. Like, that's, you know, that was part of my childhood. And that's how, like, my best friend and I met, really, and bonded, was over that shit. So the day that we hear about the official Betty White passing, oh, I'm gonna be a mess. I'm gonna be an absolute mess. Fucking Kenny Baker had me, like, crying at my job, okay? When I learned he died, I had to, like, just kind of not do my job for, like, a few minutes because I was just like, holy shit. Then Carrie Fisher, and I sat there, I was like, I can't do this, so I had to sign out for a little bit. So yeah, the day that we hear about Betty White, I'm done. I'm gonna be so done. But thankfully, she's like the Highlander, so I don't think that's gonna be a problem. There's an episode of Golden Girls I always go back to. It's the one where Sophia's friend Lillian is in a she's taken out of Shady Pines and she's put into Sunny Pastures, which is like a really shitty nursing home. So they break her out and they put her into another one. But the end of the episode, you know, all 4 of the Golden Girls are there. Sophia's in the chair, the 3 are on the sofa. And they're like, let's make a pact that no matter what happens, we'll always stay together. And if we have to go to a home, let's just make sure we go together. And Rose goes, well, what happens when there's just one of us left? And of course, that tension's broken by Sophia going, don't worry, I can take care of myself. And I always go back to that episode because it's so bizarre when you look at who's left. It's like Rose, which is Betty White, is the one who said, well, what happens when it's just one of us? And it's just her. It's the weirdest fucking thing. Oh, Slimer's back. Oh, when Harrison Ford goes, like when a lot of my original, like I've not been a Star Wars person in a very long time, but the day that the original Star Wars people start going, like Carrie and all of them, I'm gonna be not good. Like Kenny and Carrie were bad enough. Harrison and Luke, oh my god, Mark and all of them, no. I remember when Alec Baldwin died. Jesus Christ. I was in band camp. I remember that. I was not happy. Golden Palace wasn't bad. The dynamic was gone though. Because B. Arthur wanted out. She didn't want to do it anymore. So the dynamic was not as good as it could have been. But it was not terrible for what it was. Then you had Cheech in there, you know, and everything, which helped. Not Alec, I'm sorry. Alec Guinness. Sorry. I meant Guinness. But, the one episode of the Golden Palace that always struck me as weird, I meant Guinness, was the episode where you find out apparently that, Rose and Miles separated. Like, at the end of the the 7th season of Golden Girls, as far as we're aware, they're still together and going strong. I don't know. This is how things go. Don't ask. Just roll with it. But, there's an episode of Golden Palace where Miles is booking it for his wedding to some new girlfriend. But nobody knows it's him until he shows up, and somehow he doesn't know that the Golden Palace is owned by Blanche and Rose, and I'm sitting here going, what? I know, I made a boo-boo. I meant Alec Guinness. Sir Alec Guinness. Who absolutely hated doing Star Wars, which is the funny part. Oh yeah, when Mark goes, that's... You want to talk about the Jedi feeling it? Jesus Christ. Like, that's gonna be Star Wars fans, Batman fans. Like, there's gonna be... Hey, Super, what's up? There's gonna be so many fan bases just in absolute depression when Mark Hamill goes. It's not even gonna be... Oh, it's gonna be ugly. And then we'll be stuck with nothing but Troy Baker for the Joker from here on out. Ever. Oh, yep, Wing Commander. He did all that, yep. Woohoo! Okay, that kind of got me. But yeah, it's been one of those things. It's all gonna happen. We know it's gonna happen. And we'll just see how it goes. But I mean, Harrison Ford, you're gonna have, you know, Star Wars, Indiana Jones fans, just, and everything else in between. Blade Runner. But yeah, it's gonna be a doozy going in. But as it is, we got Mark. He's still doing his Luke thing. Harrison is not doing the Han thing, although apparently there are talks about another Indiana Jones film, so we'll see how that turns out. Not sure how I feel about that one. Crystal Skull was not terrible. It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. You know what I mean? I don't think Shia LaBeouf helped it much, but, you know. Shit, wrong door. That was my bad. Harrison Ford is like that grouchy grandpa that everybody has. Or the grouchy grandpa figure that everybody has somewhere in their life. You love him, but Lord of mercy. I mean, that's a fair enough point. I mean... as a fan, in all fairness, Star Wars is not exactly the best shit out there. I mean, it did some amazing things for what it was, but ultimately, I mean, they're kind of hokey, you know? And that's why a lot of us love them, is they are hokey. But I can get it, because he's done some damn good stuff, but, you know, everybody wants to have the Han Solo experience. And, that's not good. Please don't kill me. Yeah, I'm not a prequel person. The only thing I really, really enjoyed out of the prequels was, Darth Maul. I liked him as a character for what he was. Because Darth Maul was the first actual full representation of what a Sith is and should be. Ow. And Duel of the Fates. Those are the two things out of the prequels that I actually enjoyed. He's probably gonna come through the wall. There we go. And you gotta keep in mind, we're at a point now where there are going to be a lot of people that their first experience with Star Wars was gonna be the prequels. Can't imagine that, but there you are. Well, I said Darth Maul was the first time we had been given an actual Sith for what the Sith were supposed to be. And then you got Duel of the Fates, which I found to be one of my favorite pieces of music. So, yeah. I mean, the idea of Yoda fighting is cool and all, but I don't know. I think it was a little bit too much. How about Jar Jar? Yeah, Jar Jar was annoying. I think as a child, most children probably did like Jar Jar. And I think that was the point. But yeah, once you get past a certain point, I think it becomes annoying. Fuck off. I ain't doing this right now.
Oh, hi. I didn't think you'd make it this far. And you got an axe. Nice. Well, congratulations. You're just about there, I think. Well, I didn't really have a gift ready, so,
one of my biggest complaints with the prequels was, Boba. Because after the original trilogy, there was a group of books that came out called the Bounty Hunter Wars books, where you learn a lot about Boba Fett. You learn about who he was, sorta. You don't get a full idea of who he was, but you learn about who he was, how he sorta got started, and kind of his adventures up to a point, and that he actually escaped from the Sarlacc. I didn't like what they did with Boba. He was not a fucking clone. At all. I don't know why we had to make him a fucking clone. There was no point in making him a fucking clone. Except, oh, the fans like Boba Fett, so let's figure out a way to get him into the movies. No. Fuck you. That was my biggest issue. Because I read about him and his backgrounds and what he had done, and none of it has him being a little fucking bratty ass clone that watched his daddy get beheaded. Just ugh. Yeah, the midi-chlorian thing. See, that's an issue I've got right now with some of the new stuff. Like, Anakin was supposed to be the Jedi Messiah, right? Like, he was born of midi-chlorians. His mom never had a sex with anybody, as far as we're aware. She just had him develop out of midi-chlorians. But Anakin sucked in all sorts of ways. Like, he just absolutely sucked. Now, you get a hold of, what's her name? Rey is the new one, I think. Is that her name, Rey? And, like, she is like this Mary Sue of fucking Star Wars. Like, she can do all this shit, and she's apparently got the Force. Why the fuck wasn't Anakin like that? Yeah, okay, he could pod race, but all the shit she's been able to do with, like no training. No training. That was Anakin. Why the fuck didn't we get that out of Anakin? Are we sure she's not the one who's supposed to be the Jedi Messiah? Like, it doesn't make sense. No, Luke actually was not a Mary Sue. They gave him enough flaws that he was not. So I have a whole line of thought on that that's just wrong. Something doesn't add up. Unfortunately, Kid Anakin ruined Jake, what's his name, Jake Floyd? Oh lord, ruined him beyond belief. Jake Floyd. Like, absolutely destroyed him. And it wasn't his fault. I don't know why everybody had to take it out on the kid. He did what he's supposed to. Like, if you read about where he's at and what he's up to right now, it ain't good. It ain't good at all. This is really dark. Yeah. Not mentioning you had that whole weird age gap between Anakin and Padme. Like, something just didn't seem right. Especially when she seemed to not get older, but he did. You know what I mean? Like, really weird, wacky shit. Shell Softy, thank you. Appreciate the fella. Alright. I gotta kind of listen here. So just, if I stop talking, I'm not ignoring you. I've gotta actually listen for some stuff on this. Sorry, I have to listen to him to leave. There we go. Alright. Yeah, and that's the other thing, like, Anakin was only, what, maybe 8 or 9, and she was in her upper teens? I'll be listening here again in a second, so if I stop talking, just know I'm listening to that. You're just finding everything, aren't you, Meows? Okay. Yeah, sorry, I have to wait these parts out, so it takes a little bit of time. Clock tower. Yeah, this is the clock tower section. Technically, the specimen is not the dude that's chasing me. The specimen is the actual mini mansion inside the bigger mansion. What it does is it possesses people and they wind up taking over, doing stuff in whatever way possible. This guy just happens to have a scythe. But yeah, it's based off the clock tower. No, amnesia's in a little bit. There's actually an amnesia level. If we can get to it, I'll show it to you. Hopefully I won't die in between then and there. I hate when he does that. He just stops and looks in there like, yeah, bitch, I know you in there. Fuck you. Bitch, pick up the key. Shit. Almost went the wrong fucking way. The first time I played this was all really confusing. I didn't know where the hell I was going, but I played it again and figured it all out, so we're good to go. But yeah, it's so straight. I forgot what this layout was, but yeah, it's mostly clock tower. I think this dude's name is Henry. I don't recall right off the top of my head. Probably a little bit moose, just a little. Hey, Death, what's up? Okay, I think he's done chasing me for now. So we'll just kind of keep on moseying on. It was I mean, for the conference itself, it was actually very well done. Overall though, I'm not happy on the price point of Xbox One X. Triple X Xbox. So I don't know. Oh, is this dude? Great. And see, I don't know these halls as well, so if the door disappears, I could be boned. But overall, the actual presentation itself was very good. They did better than what they've done in the past, for sure. Yeah, that's exciting. But I know Enigma mentioned it on his Twitter, and I'm of the same thought, though. They did away with all the old OG Xbox Online stuff. And some of the stuff they have for OG Xbox you want to play online. What are they gonna do? Yeah, I'm not sure on that price point at all. Like, here's the thing. Like, I don't have a 4K anything in my house right now. Fine, whatever. And as it is, Enigma's got, I'm pretty sure he's got an Xbox S. I just have the old original Xbox One. So technically speaking, me paying the $500 would not be a mortal sin at this point, because that's a huge upgrade for what I've got. Now, someone who's bought the S in the meantime may not be as happy with what's happened. And that's my thing, Moose, is with Xbox, they've got some exclusives only, like Crackdown 3. Which, don't get me wrong, I'd probably like to play that game. But for the most part, it's launch exclusive titles, which means, yeah, they're gonna get the game when it first comes out. But if I'm patient and don't give a fuck, I'll get it on my PlayStation 4. As far as pure only Xbox exclusives are concerned, there's not that many that I would actually give a shit about, because I don't play Forza. Don't give a shit about Forza. Now, I am excited to see Rare doing something again, I will say that. Because for a while there, Rare was looking really down, because they did nothing but, like, fucking shovelware on the Kinect. Fuck. This is a really bad ding-ding room. Alright. Possibly. You know, Twitch be twitching some days, especially with E3 going on, so there is absolutely no telling here. I'll say this should be the Wendigo. That's fine. But yeah, it was nice to see Rare actually doing something that's not just bullshit Connect stuff. Not saying I'll ever play the game that they're producing, but I liked that they're doing something. Yeah, most likely. Yeah, because I'm definitely not dropping any frames or anything, so it's whatever it is, it's gonna be on Twitch. Oh, wrong way. Like, I'll watch the main conferences and I'll keep an eye on things. Like, I know they did the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer, but shit, that game ain't gonna be out for another few years. I don't give a flying fuck. Quite frankly, I don't know if I give a fuck about Kingdom Hearts to begin with at this point anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I love the first game, not so sure about the second game, and quite frankly, the third one has taken too fucking long to come out. I don't know how, think I give a damn. Alright, so somebody asked about Amnesia. We're in the Amnesia level. It's sorta Amnesia-y right now. It'll get even more Amnesia-y in a second. Well, considering yeah, here we go. Considering how long Cuphead has been, like, pushed out, like, every time you turn around, you're hearing about it. Okay, yeah, I'm on the right spot. Like, it's been for, like, what, the last 3 E3s or some shit like that, and finally it seems to be coming out. Like, I don't care about it particularly, but I think people are just excited that it's finally, like, a thing now. I think that's the main gimmick for it. It's finally coming out. Pick up the fucking key. So yeah, this is very much Amnesia for anybody who knows what the hell happens in that game in water. Seemed to be a lot of hype for the DBZ Fighter game, which, to be fair, I know it's been over in Japan now, where people have been able to play it, and apparently it's supposed to be really fucking good for a fighter. This creature's not as bad as the Amnesia one. She's still annoying as shit, though. Yeah, apparently the new DBZ Fighter, I believe, from what I understand, is based on the, oh god. What series is it? The engine for it. Can't think of which one it is yet. But yeah, it's gone back to being 2D, side fighting instead of like the 3D shit. So apparently it's supposed to be a really good, good fighter that they're putting out now instead of the shit they've been doing. Oh no, I stopped watching DBZ after the whole Cell saga. Jesus Christ, I knew it was having issues. I didn't know it was that bad, Moose. Yeah, I mean, I essentially stopped after the Cell saga. I remember Majin Buu, and I remember that whole thing, and I thought it was stupid, and then they killed Piccolo, and I was like, you know what? I'm done. I was just out of it at that point. I didn't give a shit. It's the nurse. Yeah, he turns them into food and eats them. Yep, that's his gimmick. He was just annoying as shit. Yeah, I decided not to stream Persona for those reasons. Not to mention, I know with Persona, it's not something I'm gonna binge play. I played it for a while, I've taken a break, I'll get back to it and beat it. That's just how Persona is. I'm not gonna sit there and try and beat the whole thing in one big time sink. Well, think about that death, and then think about some of the people you'd be turning into food and just exactly what you'd be ingesting. You might not want to do that. Can't say I know much about it, Super. Is this Harold's room? Yeah. Oh, hey, Vanny. Has a Vanny in here now. Why would you only eat cute people? Then what the hell are you gonna do for fucking people? Legit question. Like, if you eat all the good-looking people, what's left to fuck? For most people, or for most things like that, as long as you don't eat the brain, you're fine. It's the brain that has all the problems. Same goes with monkeys. People who eat monkey brains, because that used to be considered a delicacy, they could get hep and all sorts of other nasty stuff from eating the brains. So yeah. And you're back. Cute. Fuck off. We're gonna play it safe because I'm right here at the fucking end. So unless I know I can get to the door pretty quickly and safely, I ain't playing around with this. Most of these are pretty straightforward rooms, so I should be okay if I can go through the door. He's probably gonna hit me. Yep. Alright. If I'm missing health, I ain't gonna take that risk. Be fine there. He came down on my fucking head. Are you goddamn serious? Where's the door? Most of these are okay. Oh god. Okay, so I'll be alright. Fuck you. Oh my god. Seriously? It's eating up time, but I've got to do it. I can't afford this. I'm right here at the goddamn end. Wrong way. Hush, baby. Hush. Hey Beanie, what you doing? That's my foot. What are you doing in my foot? Stop it. He thinks he is. That's all that matters to him. I still love the fact that, like, you exit and it's like you were in the fucking movie cube. It's just a big giant cube out in the world. Hush. Hush. Benny, shut the fuck up.
Well, you made it. Congratulations, I guess.
Hush.
Oh. So now you must pass one final test to prove your fortitude or dedication or something.
Damn, you're starting out with 3? Are you fucking kidding me? Alright. Fine. Be an ass. Yep, this is the boss. Away from me. Shit. Alright. Got him. One more round of it should do it. Fuck! Ow.
pretty tragic way, too. Just tragic enough for you to become a ghost.
I think I'm
Good
just
job, by the
seconds
way,
off.
making it this far.
That's not bad.
So buckle up, soldier, because now I finally think we have enough troops to invade. The time has come, my loyal troops. No longer shall we be called cute or adorable. No longer will we be disregarded and ignored. For now, we are the most feared army in the world.
Yeah. Records 1 hour 40 minutes 4 seconds. So just a little bit off, but not by much. Oh man. I have to get this one clipped and uploaded. Yep. It's not bad. I mean, I'm less than a minute off, so. I've heard of Lost in Vivo. Yeah. There's no telling. Yeah, there's a couple times we ran into to some problems, but not bad. Yeah, that's spooky. So, let's update my times at least. But see, I know for a fact the first 50 rooms I can get it down to 2 minutes 34 seconds. I've actually done 2:31 before. So I know I can shave off there if I get the right opener. And there's a couple rooms further down where we lost time, usually because of the happy mess motherfucker showing up because I can't deal with him. But yeah, I'll clip all this and get it together and get it uploaded to speedrun.com here at some point in the near future, because that'll put me at number 2. But I think with that, I do have to work, and it's like 10:41. Plus, we got Bethesda gonna be happening here. I'm gonna go ahead and probably call it for tonight. But we'll be doing more of this because some of it's just practice, and some of it is strictly luck. So I know we can get things going here. Let's see. So yeah, we'll figure something out later. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that for tonight and see what we got going on. I'm trying to see if I've got anybody doing anything. Half the time this shit ain't accurate. But yeah, just keep an eye, because this is gonna be something I'm gonna start keeping up with and doing quite often. Just because it is something fun, something to do. So yeah, let me go ahead and do this here for now, and we'll be back. Sometime this week, I'm sure, but we'll be back. Just ignore anything that comes up on the screen because I'm typing. Y'all have a good one. That was fun. And just keep an eye because it'll go up on my YouTube. I'm actually going to post to YouTube.